Gotta get a little in there.
Yes, you guys, y'all caught us in the midst of it as we always having fun and excited. Welcome to another awesome episode of Talkers vs. Doers, you guys. You know, we always coming in just bringing some greatness to the community. And as you know, I'm your girl, Coach Perry, aka Miss Jim Sharper.
What up? And I'm your boy, Coach Mike James. Y'all know what it is. We back. Talkers vs. Doers podcast. We ain't gonna talk about it. We gonna do it. Let's go.
Y'all see why I got him on as the co-host. You guys, y'all already know what time it is. He's coming with the foremost. But most importantly, we're going to just jump right into. We have an amazing guest on. We had to bring him in because, like we said, we spotlight not only just entrepreneurs in the entrepreneur community, but just people that are doing amazing things. And this individual here, Mr. Matthew Nelson, we're going to come in and let them tell a little bit about yourself. Mr. VP.
Thank you. Again, Matthew Nelson. I appreciate Erica and Coach Mike for allowing me to speak on the platform. Thank you for inviting me. I really appreciate it. I'm blessed to be here with y'all.
Definitely. So what we want to just jump into it is tell a little bit of people about your background and where you're from, because what we want to highlight for them to understand the amazing things. We're going to get to you guys. I know y'all like, man, give it to us. But first, tell a little bit about who you are. Then we're going to jump into about what you're actually doing.
Okay. Matthew Nelson. I'm from Hewattown, Alabama. But, I went born and raised in Hewattown. Grew up Birmingham. Went to Ramsey High School. So, I still had the Birmingham City close to me. Then I went to University of Montevallo for a bachelor's degree. So I played basketball around. It was blessed enough to get a scholarship to play at Montevallo. So I did that for about 4 years. And a kinesiology degree, which I'm not doing nothing with that, but but did a kinesiology degree at Montevallo, then stayed in hometown state. Did a couple of jobs. Did one job at EMT. And then I'm at the airport. But I got all my family's down here, parents down here. I got a wife. I got a 1-year-old daughter who actually turns 2 on Valentine's Day.
Congratulations! Yes, I've seen some of the amazing pictures.
Yeah, she takes up all my money and time.
What else was she supposed to do? That's what she's supposed to do.
Right. She understood the assignment, right?
Hey, I'm sure she does. And I'm glad you jumped into that when you said about the VP. So kind of tell them a little bit more about what that VP includes.
So I started at Birmingham Airport Authority in 2012. So I was a entry-level guy we did an operations specialist 1. So I did that in 2012. I don't know if you ever been to the airport. It usually be those guys. If you picking somebody up driving in the car telling you to move traffic. I was those guys getting cussed out every day.
Oh man. Okay. Look, Matthew, let me add in there. Let me drop in there. I'm sorry, man. If you ever saw me,
it's all good. You got somebody been sitting there waiting and they keep driving around saying, man, you gonna pay for my gas? Am I gonna keep driving? So I did that for about a year and I was lucky to get promoted to an operations specialist 2. So that kind of job entail, we worked on the airfield. We did inspections to make sure the planes fly safely on the airfield, on the runways and taxiways. So we was more of the compliance people to make sure everything is secured in federal compliance. And I did that for about a couple of years, then got promoted to interim supervisor. And I did that. I did an interim supervisor. I went up against some guy that was a Auburn, and I was able to beat him out of the position, and then went to a ops supervisor. So I did that for about 4 years, and then good thing about airport, they believe in the staff. So whenever opportunity rang, I was able to get an opportunity to move up. So I moved up to lead supervisor, and did that for about a year. And then we have a brand new CEO came in, and he came in kind of trying to change the culture and put people he believe in places.
Definitely.
So they start rearranging, chopping some heads off.
Yeah.
That's right.
So it's opportunity happening in timing. So he asked me if I want to go to maintenance. Me, I don't know nothing about maintenance, so I was just I was like, what? Maintenance. But he moved me over to manager of facilities at that time. So I did that for about 8 months, and the airport went out to do an executive search. So they hired this big firm to do a executive search for vice presidents over the whole nation. And I applied and went through that, and I was blessed. I was got recommended by the search firm in the top 5, and he gave me the opportunity, promote me to that position. So then I moved up to vice president facilities. So
that's dope.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah, man, congrats on that. And Matthew, as you think about, man, like, so that elevation, right, from where you started to going up in the ranks and then applying in the process, and really that word I think of, I'll never forget. I was at a graduation a couple years back, and I heard this at a graduation speech of father, and I was like, yes, love it. He said stick-to-itiveness. So it takes some stick-to-itiveness, right, to keep on going. So one thing I want to go back to, even with Montevello, right? Because you said kinesiology. I did exercise science and fitness leadership at UAB. So know that track. I was an athlete and all of that. So like, how do you feel like that prepared you even in that in because I still hear that competitive part of you, right? You like was a guy from Auburn. So how did that prepare you for that?
So that actually, I speak on that because I know Erica saw the little article I post on. I kind of speak on that, like, basketball and everything made the competitive background. I'm very competitive, so I tell these guys all the time, you got to go and get it because you're not going to outwork me. I'm gonna outshine. So being at Montevallo, playing basketball, coach, you get in with a college team, you think you the man in high school because we was able to win a state championship rounds, and so I'm coming in college thinking, all right. They gonna have to see me. But you go up against all these guys from New York, New Jersey, they just as good. Good. So you gotta humble yourself real quick. So you gotta bring something to the table that they're not doing. So a lot of putting a lot of hours in, a lot of the books and kind of what can you bring to the table that everybody else is not bringing? And, consistency. I haven't been. I be the worker. I learned from my dad. My dad, he never took off work. Like he was a principal for 40 years, and he had like 4 years of vacation when he
and he still does a lot. So I'm gonna put that in on it. He still does a lot because truly, yes, from the sports aspect, I know your father and being around him. And he's a workaholic.
Of course, and he still teaches, like he teaches at Lawson and does a lot for the community. He does a lot for the kids, and that kind of he instilled that to me. Like, Matt, you always gotta do stuff for community, give back. Like, I'm about to start a scholarship fund for Ramsey graduates. Get a couple of
that's awesome.
One of my counterparts working here, we're the same age, and we kind of moved up at the same time. He's the vice president of operations, and we both graduated from Ramsey. And we're gonna do something because we wish somebody gave us an opportunity. Ain't too crazy. Somebody gave some money to pay for books and everything. Every little could help. So
hey, I know that's right. Oh, come on, say that.
So we're trying to start a little scholarship. We got a couple of I got a couple of coworkers who graduated from Ramsey. So we was like, hey, let's do something to give back. And we do a lot because it's in the aviation community. It's not a lot of African Americans in our position. So we have to kind of, we have to work twice as hard to get where we at because a lot of these guys are pilots or went to school for it. So luckily we had. Go ahead.
No, that was one of the things, like you said, jumping back to that was it's not a lot of individuals, in that position, especially at your age, and going back to commending you on getting recognized. for your age up under 40 and being able to hold down, like you said, that competitiveness. Because we both play sports. Me and Mike play sports, but I also play basketball. So that's a big thing to us. I think we're very hard on that of making sure that we're working again to the next level and outworking the next person, which is nothing wrong with that. But just compliment yourself, and as you talk about your other fellow co-workers of what they're doing too. Like, that's just amazing. But not only that, saying I want to give back to someone else what was given to me. Sometimes we lack that a lot as we move up. And like you said, you've been able and blessed to move up in the reading over 8 times. So go back and sow that seed to someone else. So we thank you for that. As we work with a lot of youth too within the nonprofit that we're a part of, we know how important that is to be able to see other men, especially young Black men, giving back and wanting to give back. So definitely that is very commendative within the community, because that's what we're all about too. Spotlighting positive things on Talkers First Door. So definitely wanted to jump in on that and say, yeah. And back to that Roll Tide.
Oh yeah. This Roll Tide, man. I wish they
Look, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all have it. Look, gang recognize gang, right? It's like, look, when your team ain't in it, your team ain't there. You just allow
who's your team,
people.
Mike? Who's your team?
Hey, Matthew, you gonna get a kick out of this because people be like, "What? Come again? Say what now?" I'm an Ohio State fan, man.
Oh man.
Yeah. So yeah, of course how it is for everybody watching, for our viewers. We're in Alabama. And you know that when you're in Alabama, we don't have those pro teams and stuff. A grocery store conversation is, "Hey, what's up, Alabama, Auburn?" You know what I mean?
What?
Whenever I hire somebody or bring them from out of state, I say, "Man, you got to pick which one, Alabama, Auburn." That might be your choice of getting a job.
There you go. You got to pick.
You don't even know nothing about it.
But look, Matthew, that fits though, right? That's as advice. Eric and I are both coaches, right? That's advice. You gotta know your environment, right? Sometimes you're gonna have to fudge. You might have to say something you don't want to say and say, I roll with them heavy. You can't name one player. Do what you gotta do.
And once you get it, you'll go with your way. So yeah. Now I got a coworker that's Ohio State. He actually from Cleveland, but he wears Ohio State every day, got the mugs and everything. So he always talks. Ohio State should have been in the playoffs. We got a better schedule, So I said, hey, man, calm down. It's all right.
Right. Yeah, I'm a realist. I'm a realist with it. But Eric, I'll let y'all have it.
Yeah, we gonna stay away from that over there. We try to. But you the man though, Mike. We you can just come on over with us. We make it even much better on that aspect of it. So yeah, as you guys see, viewers, we love having fun. We love talking. Definitely, sports is a big aspect for us. In all aspects of just because it nurtured and taught a lot of us different things. I think that's a big part of who I am today is because of sports. With that aspect. And I guess jumping into it too, as we talk about sports, going back to you, Matt, is what is something that you would tell a youth coming up, just say from Rams, and since you spoke about the things and providing back, what are some positive things you would tell them, but also informing them about adversity that may come up, like just some great words that you wanna.
Yeah, I try to talk. I get asked to speak to a lot of some young youth groups. I was blessed to have a great mentor. Somebody actually, his name is Lionel Belkos. He's from Detroit. He actually just took my hand and put me on his wing and kind of showed me a different side of, not just airport, the business side, the financial side, the planning side, the budget side. Like he showed me, open up a few doors. But sometimes some words of encouragement. Never give up. When things get bad or things start, you start feeling like it's not moving in the direction you want to move. Keep going, because I always thought I was gonna be around sports. That's me. I have to be around sport. I want to be a coach or something. I got to be around sports. But the Lord took me into a different avenue and said, hey, don't you jump on aviation? And I fell in love with it. So don't give up. Have a great support team. So put yourself around some people that got the same mentality as you. That's trying to keep excelling, keep being great, and keep learning, and try to take every opportunity you can get. Don't be afraid to make that leap. A lot of people, they may be afraid to take a job outside of another state, or or have to move to a different area. Just don't be afraid. Look at all your options, because for me, I was actually before I moved to this position, I was getting recruited by a couple of airports, and I was actually getting ready to leave, and you know one of my mentors said, "Hey, it ain't all about the money, Matt. It ain't always," because I saw dollar signs. I'm out.
Yeah.
He was like, "It ain't always about the money. It ain't always about the money. You got to look at the big picture, and he kind of helped me talk things out. And he's like, man, you got a better support here in Birmingham, and you can do some in the city of Birmingham and give back to your community." So I took his words and actually stayed and trusted, and actually, I was able to. It was able to turn to a right decision. So keep going, keep striving, never give up, always learning. You got to be a self-starter. Don't wait on nobody to tell you to go read or do whatever. You gotta take the initiative and do it all yourself.
Yeah.
You just like basketball and sports. A lot the work goes in what people don't see. People don't see at 4 a.m. running, doing sprints, or shooting, or doing gun, or in the weight room, whatever it is, to kind of get that extra edge of the competitor. A lot of people don't see that. So you gotta do the work that a lot of people don't see. And then when it's your time, you'll shine and show that you belong there.
Man, I love that, Matt. Like that idea of not giving up, and like really like getting past that fear and the things that show up. Because one thing you said you mentioned two things that just made me think of something that I say, and Eric will know this when I say it, is that I tell, one of the things I come up with is my 4Ks: keep going, keep grinding, keep showing, keep shining. And one part of that is for you. It's the idea of what you tell yourself, and then what you tell your haters, all the naysayers, but also keep going, keep grinding, keep showing, so you can shine, so you can shine more. So I like you said both of those. So for that person, that young person, or for that entrepreneur, right? Because we talk to and speak to a lot of entrepreneurs with how we operate with TVD podcasts. And so for that young person or the entrepreneur that say, okay, I hear you, man, but like, what about when you're in it? So just speak to like some of the obstacles, like, that pathway. Cause a lot of times people say, like you was talking about basketball, they don't see those sleepless nights. They don't see the nights where you questions, like you was on your way out the door until your mentor said, hey, hold up, Matt, it ain't all about the money. So speak to that. Like, not only was it easy for you, but how did you overcome some of the obstacles that show up?
I mean, working at the airport, it's always it's 365 days, 24/7. So the airport don't close. So it's you kind of married to the game. Like right now, my phone will not stop ringing 24/7. But you kind of you got to find something to be devoted to it. Like I said, it was I worked months without an off day. 16-hour days working without an off day. Just tired, but just kept on going. It was sometimes, I work so much overtime. You make the best money of your life, but you don't get time to spend it.
Yeah, what life?
You got no time to spend it. But people don't realize that don't go unnoticed. I didn't realize people was actually watching me, and was like, hey, we seen the grind, we seen the time you put in. We've seen how you're receptive to criticism, how you was able to adapt, how I was able to bring up any new ideas, or what come up with different ways to maybe enhance the customer's experience, or provide a better safety aspect, whatever it is. And it's I'm trying to think of the word. I'm having a brain fart. Can't think of the word yet, but it's what you do when people not watching.
Definitely.
You know, that shows everything. Everybody like to, hey boss, look what I did. You know, hey, look what I did. I done did that. Okay, cool. Then when I turn your head, you doing all types of stuff. But you know,
Right.
So you know, being devoted, and it's if you got a goal, you're gonna take a lot of, it's gonna take a lot of time. You're gonna have to really prioritize what you want to do in your life. You know, you can't be in a club every night. You know, that's cool for a certain period of time. You know, can't be on the street. Sometimes you gotta be like, hey, tonight I'm gonna grind it out. I'm gonna read this or whatever it is to I like to call we call my department, I like to call them SMEs. We used to call them subject matter experts. So you know, you got to be subject matter expert at whatever your craft. So you know, we pride ourselves in being subject matter experts. So take it to the next level.
I love it. I love it. Great way to put it. Yeah. And I guess just the amazing thing is I'm just, you know, baffled, you guys, because I just love it. First of all, yes, this is you know, podcast that we're bringing out to help people, but it's always a wonderful thing when I have brothers on here that's talking about something positive. You know, we miss sometimes the words and everything else, but to recognize that you have a brother saying something positive about keep striving and keep going, you know, and that focus of the subject matter of saying this is what you had to do, and to put a topping on it. You know, Matt, you're only 32?
Yeah, well, my birthday was yesterday. So
happy birthday. Hey, listen, let me just pause. We are honored, man. We are honored to, it's like birthday, man. So we're honored, man. Happy birthday to you, man. For sure.
Well, that's why we was dancing when it first came on. Yeah,
exactly. That was it. We was partying.
Yeah, yeah. So that's just even more a blessing to being at the age that you are and the impact that you're making, and understand that it can be did. This man is holding it down at our Birmingham Airport as a VP. You know, we look at so many other states and what they're doing, but to say that, hey, the airport is still going. You know, people are coming back and forth every day. COVID is going. You guys still got it going and open, but we got a young man that's really at the crunches and you making things happen. So we commend you for that.
I appreciate
of doing it, because it's not a lot of people doing it, but also he's on here to show you guys that it can be did. With that, continuously just going at it, grinding, and telling people, no, it's okay. You don't have to go, like he said, you don't have to go to club every time. And another great thing he said was, should nobody have to tell you to read. You could pick up a book or do something to advance yourself to the next level. Should nobody have to tell you to do those things. So that was another great gem that he dropped. Like, you got to make it work. Go ahead, Mike.
And that last part,
I know he was
that last part too, what Matt said too, I love that SME, because that's important. Whatever your skill is, whatever your craft, your practice, whatever you do, you want to be a subject matter expert. So going back to that, just going back to that example you made, bro, about the club. If you ain't doing market research on how to become a club promoter or the next club promoter, go home, read a book. Like you said, there's a time and place for everything, right? But you gotta grow, and you gotta allow yourself that foundation of the time to say, okay, listen, I got goals. I got goals. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to move up in my job, in my career, where I'm trying to go. Matt didn't do that by just like at 33 years old, just celebrating the birthday. Matt didn't do that by just like always hanging out or not paying attention to another important thing you brought up, bro, is mentors. Having somebody positive in your life that can pour into you and that you can watch and take, watching positive stuff like TVD podcasts, taking in that information.
No other way.
So I think that's huge, man. Everything that you said, and just so proud, just awesome and honored to meet you, and proud of what you're doing, man. And just tell you keep going. That's dope. I think it's awesome.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I definitely gotta fly out more often. We're doing we got the World Games coming to Birmingham, so that's huge for the city of Birmingham. So I got like $30 million worth of projects right now to enhance the airport. So y'all definitely gotta come up here around July
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's what we was gonna ask. Definitely, what are some things we know? We got World Games, like you said, and there any other projects that you can talk about or say that's coming up
Oh yeah.
in the city?
So being a maintenance guy, so I'm renovating all the restrooms to increase the passenger experience. I'm putting new seats in the terminal. A lot of people put power to every seat, so now you can drop your cell phone down on the seat and it'll automatically charge for you. So, we're trying to enhance the seats. We're increasing the Wi-Fi, so we spend like $500,000 on increasing the Wi-Fi. Everybody. The one thing I learned is two things people like is clean bathroom and Wi-Fi. So
Yeah.
they want to
Facts.
download that movie right before they go on a plane, so they can give them something to watch. And we're gonna increase the singular service. We're adding increased singular, so you can have a cell phone range all the way till you get to the plane. We're doing redoing the floors. I got a company out redoing the floors, redoing the jet bridges as you walk to the plane. All that's gonna get done. We redoing the signage coming in the airport, redoing the roadway, repainting everything. Adding three new elevators in the parking deck. So so we're just trying to when we get out, we're expecting 300 different countries flying into Birmingham. So we're trying to show them how beautiful the city is. And show them, hey, this is when you come to Birmingham, we're gonna show you this is a beautiful city. And we got Birmingham's growing, so we got a lot of things going, new businesses. So when they come in, we want to say, hey, that airport was really nice. It was easy to navigate. Everything was clean.
Man, look, Matt, Erica, I don't know about you, but just hearing you say that, Matt, like I just get this feeling of excitement. Like, man, just to know every time I go back to the airport, and it's like just knowing that I had an opportunity to share the space with you talking about this and seeing it coming to fruition and seeing that I'm connected to an arm of all this movement, like and all the big stuff that's coming. Because Birmingham, for those of you out there watching, man, Birmingham is the move. It's some amazing things going on in and around the city. And so I just get excited hearing you talk about it, man. And just the projects that's upcoming.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's good. It's needed for Birmingham. You see all the freeways being done, and you see the LED at nighttime. So they then all the upgrades. So we trying to match their energy. We said, you're gonna fly into Birmingham and be like, wow. Then you're gonna drive up on the freeway. You be like, what? Where these lights come from?
Right.
Like you said, match that energy.
You gotta match the energy. So we trying to when you fly in, get that wow factor, because it's an opportunity, for the city of Birmingham, like for us, it's an opportunity for us to get. I know people ask me all the time, Matt, why this flight so high? Why we can't get this flight? This is an opportunity for us to bring extra new carriers, bring new flights and everything. We've been trying to get some international flights, but we have a huge customs area that nobody know about. That it's huge. That we're trying to get some international flights. So we're trying to show the world that you don't have to fly to Atlanta to go here, there, and So we're
thank you. I think that for a lot of viewers listening, I think a lot of people want that. Going to Atlanta, have to drive and then drive. Do it right from the city would be amazing. So if you need some testers too, I know me and Mike will be definitely open. Like if we need to fly somewhere or go.
Oh yeah.
Say that. So look, market research, beta testers for all these amazing things that Matt's rolling out. That's what it is. It's just research.
Definitely, you gotta come up there. You gotta come up here and give you a tour, man. When everything's, everything should be done. I think the World Games is July. Everything should be done by June. So you definitely come over here and get the first walkthrough to see all the things before we
TBD podcast out here.
Oh yeah.
Out here.
Be awesome. That's awesome, man. I'm so excited.
We're definitely gonna hold you to that, man.
Oh yeah, come on. Anytime. I like giving tours. So we do a lot of tours for students in different schools come out here, because a lot of people don't really, when you speak aviation, they be like, huh? what? A lot of people don't really know about aviation, but when you break it down to them, it kind of, we get a lot of kids like, oh, this sounds fun. I can be a pilot, because I'm also a pilot too. So you can be a pilot and
you're not just gonna run past that like that. We Kevin Hardy. We're not gonna just let you run past that like it was.
Yeah, hold up. I'm also what?
Yeah, man. It was just it's just some we did in the spare time. I'm not I am a certified pilot. So we have a little flight center over here for you to learn. So when I was here, it was just a hobby that because it's expensive trying to because you got to pay for fuel and pay for instructor, so it gets expensive. So I just was taking my time. My goal was just to get a license to say I'm a pilot, and that's what I did. So it's fun. It's fun.
And here I am with my UAE license, because I got a drone. Thinking, I got my little license, and you a whole pilot out here in these streets. I love it. I love it, man.
I'm just, like, come on, man. We spotlighted, uplifting everything, all positivity. You are amazing. You great. You dope. And hey, it's an honor. Like I said, it's an honor. It's a blessing to have you on the podcast, man. Just bringing into us some empowerment to feed to other people that are viewing. And it's just, you're so cool with it. So we thank you for bringing that. We love it. We love it. You see, me and Mike could go on and on because we just
it's all good. It's all good. I appreciate it. I mean, yeah, you got to be cool and level headed and whatever you do. So you gotta battle through adversity. So yeah.
No doubt.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you so much. I know, Ben, you said some amazing things. I don't know, Mike, was there some more that you wanted to jump into? Because Mike, we both will be had you here all night.
No, you know what, man? I'm just again just an honor.
Definitely.
Any chance we get to chop it up with people that's doing things, and that's the whole goal, right? What how we approach it. We want to bring on people who are doing some things, right? And not just talkers, but doers. That's the whole goal, and to motivate and inspire people. So definitely, man, even just hearing you, it's like when I hear people that are doing amazing things and just their journey, that background, any little things that I could connect with, that, being an athlete and even what you studied in school, it just makes me want to go harder. And so that's what we hope for the people who are watching and listening to this episode, that it just makes them want to drive just a little bit harder and go to that next level. I appreciate your time, man. And yeah, just to remind people, just make sure they're connecting with us on social media, Talkers versus Doers podcast, and to be looking out for everything that Matthew Nelson is doing. Matt is doing amazing things. Birmingham Airport Vice President right here on TVD Podcast. So we appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me be a part of the show. It's an honor.
Thank you, you guys. And we're so excited that you guys were able to see it. But none other, before we let it, not only saying don't just talk about it, do it. You guys, I gotta do it. It's J13 tomorrow. So to all my sorors. All right, you guys, thank you. And
getting it in.
Check you out on the next Talkers versus Doers. You guys have a good one.